Okay, now it's time to get all these boxes together in the folder so that when you open up your folder, the boxes pop open and it looks really nice. So, here's the boxes, and here's how we're going to put them together. But first, if you open these up and you don't really, these little pieces sometimes don't stay down very well. And not only that, but even if they do stay down, might be if you glue them down, if you don't feel like they're lined up nicely enough, what you can do is take this piece of paper that comes with the kit, cut out one of these squares, and put it in there. And that will make your centerpiece look just fine. And you can't even tell really that it's there. You can glue it down or not, it's up to you. Okay, so what we're going to do here is glue these down like this. You can see these edges right there in the middle. They match up, and it's centered between top and bottom. So what I'm going to do is you can use double-sided tape, you can use glue stick, you can use a brush and white glue. I've got straight PVA here, and since I'm using so little glue, I personally just like to use a little piece of paper, stiff paper, because then I can put it on really thinly. Now I want to stay about a 1/4 inch away from the edge because the box won't get on there. Putting on really thinly. You can use white glue on paper if you go thin enough. Everybody is familiar with white glue making the paper buckle, but that's because they're using too much. Now this is going to go on like this. So it's this side that will get the glue, and there's already glue on here. The only place I'm looking right now really to put some glue on is this edge, because the rest, there's enough glue on in the other places. There you go. Put that aside where it won't bother me. And I'm taking these two edges, I'm putting it there so it's nice and even with each other, centering it top and bottom, and that looks pretty good to me. There we go. Okay, I'm going to kind of work quickly because I want to get this under pressure. Same thing on the other side. Stay about a 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. You don't have to put it on the white part because it's not going to be much contact there anyhow. You could fill in there with another piece of paper, folded paper if you want to. Getting a little too close to the edge there. There we go. Nice and thin. It's also going to go on. This is where I'm going to have the glue. Nice and thin. And line it up. I'm not going to press down really hard yet. I just want to make sure it's lined up nicely with this one. Do a little fudging around if I need to. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put this under pressure for a few minutes while I start getting the cover ready. Okay, there it goes. Now here's the cover. It's got 2 score lines here and 2 score lines there. There's a valley, and then there's a little like hill up here. And that's actually, we don't want to fold it into the valley. We actually want to fold the part that's lumpy. And I'll start going like that. The second one might be a little bit harder to fold. If it is, what I do is I start folding on one edge and then the other, and then go to the middle. There we go. Now I might want to decorate this, and that's also what this piece is for. What I've done is, you can just do whatever you want. Here, I've just cut off a slice of it. That's my current favorite thing to do. And then I glue it on right here. Or I can do any number of things. I could cut out other kinds of pieces and put them wherever I want to. Put them together. That'll be your choice. I tried to give you enough papers to play around with, but you'll do that. The other thing is you've got this little piece with the kit. This is the same width as the cover, but folded in half. And I need this to find the middle. This is for putting on the ribbon. Now, there's ribbon with the kit, but go ahead and use any favorite ribbon that you like too. What I'm doing is I'm on the innermost fold. I'm marking the middle here and here. And then what I'll be doing is making a cut. And I don't have to be super accurate, but I'm going to make a cut with that dot in the middle. So for my ribbon to go through. There we go. Here's my ribbon. I'm going to start on the outside. Push it in. Comes out through the bottom hole. I've given you a lot of ribbon thinking, I'd rather give you too much than too little. There's no special thing about this ribbon. You decide how much you want. This is actually always going to stay free. If it pulls out by mistake at some point, it's actually pretty easy to put back in. Okay, I'm going to get my book now. My boxes. Here they are. And I'm going to glue this down. Now again, you could put double-sided tape. You can use a glue stick. Again, I like using the white glue. This is straight PVA. It'll dry pretty quickly. This is, again, you just want to make sure it's nice and thin. And the reason I don't use a brush is because I'm using the straight PVA, and I don't want to worry about my brushes getting drying out in between steps or getting too wet inside a jar of water or whatever. So this just works for me. And notice I didn't put it on all over. And I just don't, and I don't see any reason to. And this allows the ribbon to move around. There we go. I'm going to put that back under pressure. And I'll probably glue down those little middle pieces. Add in some decorations. Maybe I'll put some decoration here in the front too. And it's all done.